Your father Nigel fought a friend of mine, Sandline Williams, back in the day. Sandline was a very slick boxer. I'm not sure if you ever saw that fight.
I haven't seen that fight, no.
Your dad won a split decision with Sandline. But your opponent today reminded me a lot of him. Very hard to look good against, very defensive-minded. And how hard is it to fight a guy who's so defensive-minded?
It's not even as if he was defensive-minded. It was like he didn't want to engage. He didn't commit to any shots. You know, he was tough, but I think that's all there was to it tonight. You know, a few mistakes my end that I made, but you know, we'll adjust, go back to the drawing board, change it. You know, I was happy with my performance as a whole. You know, when I shot, I didn't miss. I let my hands go. Too much pulling back. You know, like minor things like that that me and my team will work on. But apart from that, I mean, there wasn't really much to it. I've had harder spars than tonight. I was very disappointed. You know, giving it I'm a dog, you know, I'm from the Bronx, you heard, and all that talk, and then coming out and didn't engage. You know, it's hard to get the knockout when you try and draw someone into a fight, and there was nothing coming back. But thank you.
How was it going 12 rounds?
I mean, how did it look? You know, it was, yeah, I'm a little bit over the moon that I've done 12 rounds, because you always wonder, it's always in the back of your head, no matter how hard you train, whether you can actually do the 12 rounds. I know you can do 10, if you do 10, you can do 12, but, you know, for me it was, I mean, it was really easy work tonight. You know, it was today, this morning. Yeah, it was easy work, really.
Conor, after the fight, Devin Haney was on Twitter. Someone's asking him where did Benn's power go. He says he left it in the needle. I know Eddie said he'd even be willing to discuss making that fight.
Yeah, what the fuck's he talking about? He ain't knocked no one out in his last 15 fights. What's he talking about power? He's never had power. Oh, my DNA is strong. Don't worry about that. I'm fresh out of my dad. You know, so when you want to talk about power, he's just jealous because he's never had none. You know, if he wants to come find out about the power, I'm more than happily show him.
Would you be open to that fight? You know,
he can get it next. He's been very vocal. You know, his dad's shown a lot of respect, Bill Haney, a lot of class. You know, but he needs to teach his little kids some manners, some lessons. You know, so if he wants to come, I'll deal with him, no problem. He's easy work.
In the United States as well?
I'll fight him wherever. You know, I'm doing a little American tour at the moment, so you know, I'll fight him wherever. You know, he's got quick hands, he's got fast feet, he's athletic. Not more than me. You know, if he wants to talk about power, he's never had none. You know, people go to sleep when they watch Haney fight. Even when I go 10 rounds, even when I go 12 rounds, people are on the edge of their seats. Not like his. I don't think I've ever seen a Haney fight. I'll tell a lie. I was at one of his fights, and that's because one of my friends were fighting on the undercard. That's it.
What do you think this performance tells the American audience, especially ones that would be still skeptical over what's going on?
Listen, people will always be skeptical. You keep saying this.
Yes.
People will always be skeptical, irrelevant of, you know, whatever outcome. You know, I've been cleared twice. No doubt I'll be cleared again. What then? Are people still going to be skeptical? You keep saying that. People will always be skeptical, and that's completely fine. It's something that I've had to accept. And you know, as much as it breaks my heart, it's unfortunate, and that's just one thing that I've got to deal with now. You know, so but apart from that, I'm a hell of a fighter. You know, do 12 rounds easy, no problem. Skill set's there, power's there, agility, athleticism, you know, dedication, mindset, it's all there. You know, so that's what that showed tonight. I could do 12 rounds easy, no problem. I'll do 12 rounds in my sleep. I'll piss that.
Conor, that 12th round, it seemed like you wanted to get him out of it. Obviously, you were very aggressive. Just walk me through that final round. Was that the key?
Yeah, I mean,
stop him?
Yeah, listen, that's always the plan, isn't it? You know, I go into every fight with the intention of breaking them down, breaking their spirit and knocking them out. You know, but it's hard to fight with someone who actually don't think they can win the fight anyway. You know, they come in there to survive. You know, he was like a journeyman. You know, decent. He was all right journeyman. He didn't engage. He didn't really throw. The only time he come was when I made silly mistakes. Apart from that, it was, you know, it was a one-sided beatdown. And these ain't the fights I want. They're not the fights that get me going. They're not the fights that, you know, you don't go from selling out mega shows, mega stadium, to then fighting a Peter Dobson and expect there to be a knockout when he's just coming in there to survive. That's all there was tonight. You know, I honestly thought you know, giving it all the talk from the Bronx. I'm a dog, out the mud, and he comes and runs around for 12. Not even runs around, he just didn't do anything, you know. So I'm a bit disappointed in that, as I was expecting a fight, and therefore, you know, you make them miss, you make them pay. I was just dishing out the pain today. I'm broke.
It looks like we're not going to get that, that rematch between Crawford and Spence. We don't know what Crawford's going to do with, with the 3 belts that he has. If you had to pick one of those belts, which one would you like to fight for?
I'll fight for anyone, man. Preferably, if we can go Barrios next for the WBC interim, that would be my choice. Obviously, you've got the Errol Spence Crawford fight. I don't know what's happening with that. I'm not here to waste time and wait around for anyone. I've wasted enough, not wasted, but I've had enough time out of the ring. For me, I just want to get out there, get back out. Like I said to the team, I'm ready to go April. Like when I'm in, I'm ready to go April. Let's go. I want to make up for lost time. You know, I ain't getting any. I mean, I'm only 27, but I ain't getting any younger. Let's go. Give me the big fights. Let me continue to prove myself. People say you can't do 12 rounds at a pace you fight. Of course I can do 12 rounds. Easy. I'm a 15-round fighter. And that's how we prepare diligently hard in the Sim stable, the Matchroom Sim stable. So 15 rounds, no problem, easy one.